Hi, my name is Carsten Falberg. I work at House of Test in Denmark as a consultant, and I would like to submit this proposal for your conference. When we are testing using SBTM as testers, we are giving a lot of freedom and responsibility. After all, we are dealing with the most precious resource in our entire civilization, which is time. Think about how obsessed we are about time. For starters, we never have enough of it, and we almost always run short of it in projects. Time is also money, so it's very expensive, and we need to get the most out of all the hours we set aside for testing and sessions. But on the other hand, given undisturbed time for attempting to fulfill our mission charters, that is really where we as testers really truly perform our craft. This is where the real testing takes place. But I'm not going to talk about that. The way I prefer to talk about it is the other way around. I call it Mtbs, managing testing based on sessions, and I do that for a reason. No manager in the paradigm of linearity and determinism can let testing go uncontrolled and, dare I say, unmanaged for hours at a time. So it takes not only test management skills, it also requires you to look at the world from an organic growth perspective. Things happen the way they do, and often in ways no one could possibly predict. We need to get away from that old paradigm that does nothing good for us. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to go through ways of testing where we don't have to spend time on estimation and having useless metrics based on uncountable things like test cases and bugs and story points. But we will have some useful metrics, though. Metrics that helps us to figure out when are we not testing enough and when are we having some systemic trouble that prevents us from reaching the end of where we want to go. So that is Mtbs. And that requires some management skills about how you don't have to settle for having good testers, but always grow your testers so you get better testers all the time. We will also look at what we do once we set them free, the testers, and they start pouring information over our heads. We're going to use something called mind maps and dashboards and models. We're going to build a lot of models, and we're going to have some charts, and we'll have possibly even more things so that we can figure out how to report about what works and what does not work, and what do we know, how well do we know it, and what don't we know, but what should we know. All that is part of a good test report, and we should be able to get that. So that's what I want to talk about, and that's what I want to present in South Africa in November, if I may. Thank you.